Hello there, welcome to my views and news. A new law is going to be introduced by the Ethiopian government, a strict law. Some are calling it controversial law. Why was the need for the introduction of this law? It was tabled at the House of Representatives last week. What are the main points in this law? We'll have a look at that. By the way, we have seen some controversial draft laws tabled at the House of Representatives in the past few days. 2 days ago, if you remember, Ethiopian government was planning to give powers to immigration chief to place names of individuals on exit control list without court order. What happened? No approval so far. This new law again is being seen as directed against particular community. What is this law about? Firstly, the law is about assets beyond means. It's a legal term. People know, common term. Assets beyond means is that it means that the citizens of a country should have assets within their means. They must be able to prove ownership to their assets through uh, evidence, documentary evidence, etc. So if their assets don't have corresponding evidence, it means that they lived beyond their means. They committed illegal acts, and those assets could be confiscated. This law is about assets beyond means, especially properties. Assets beyond means include properties, other things, vehicles, etc., hard, hard cash too, gold, lots of assets. But this law mainly about properties reported. The law states that if an individual is found in possession of property about which he cannot prove the source of funding, how did he make the property, then the property can be confiscated by the government, especially if the source of earning is remittance. If a man says that the source of earning was remittance, and with this remittance he built a property, bought a property, and he does not have the documentary evidence to show that he received remittance through this banking channel, etc., then the property can be confiscated by the government. The law has been tabled at the House of Representatives, where it will be discussed and then final decision will be made. If the law is approved, the investigators can ask questions about the assets of the last 10 years. The assets made by a man within the last 10 years can be investigated. And if the value of asset is more than 5 million birrs, it can be investigated. Evidence can be demanded by the government departments, and the owner will have to prove that he is the real owner, and he'll have to prove his source of earning. Why was the need for the introduction of this law? This is very important. Well, we know that anti-government Ethiopian diaspora community activists, advocacy groups, organizations have launched a campaign in diaspora. They're asking people that people should not send any remittances to Ethiopia through banking channels. They say that Ethiopian economy should not be beneficiary of the remittances, because if the remittances are sent through banks, obviously it means that Ethiopian foreign exchange reserves increase, and Ethiopia will come out of economic trouble. It will make more big decisions. They say that Ethiopian government is diverting growth in economy to wars on people. Especially Amhara diaspora community has launched this campaign these days. This campaign was launched by Tigrayan diaspora too during the 2-year-long war in Tigray. Now it's Amhara's turn. They are trying to stop all remittance flow to Ethiopia from Middle Eastern countries, from Europe, from America. Some Roma diaspora too, especially those who support the Roma Liberation Army. Obviously, they don't send money through banking channels. So government wants to ensure that the money which is sent illegally to Ethiopia from abroad, people are not able to use this money. If people receive money not through banking channels, through illegal means, they won't be able to invest that money. They won't be able to buy a property, because if they buy a property, they'll be asked questions. Where will they buy this property from? How did they receive the money from abroad? Since they received money through illegal banking channels, so their property could be confiscated. So basically, this law is being introduced to stop Ethiopian diaspora community from using illegal channels to send money to Ethiopia. Diaspora will be forced to send money through banks to Ethiopia, to their loved ones in Ethiopia. It's a big decision. We don't know if the assets beyond means law will be applicable to money made internally or not, because anyone can be held accountable, whether he got money from abroad or not. If assets beyond means, a law is fully implemented, so anyone owning a property worth more than 5 million birr can be asked questions. Where did this money come from? Do you have the required documentary evidence to prove that you earned it legally? Anyone can be held accountable. But so far, what we have learned is that this decision, this law is being introduced to curb illegal remittance flow of remittance to Ethiopia through illegal channels. Let's see. By the way, we're seeing several new laws being introduced in Ethiopia these days. Government is making some tough decisions. Like I told you about 3 laws in the last few days. I talked about religious law. Ethiopian government wants to hold religious institutions accountable, that they won't be able to receive any money from abroad without declaring it to the government. The religious institutions will have to conduct audit of their earnings and share it with Ministry of Peace. Then I talked about the law about placing of individuals' names on exit control list. Now this third law is being introduced. Let's see what House Representatives says about this new law. Will it be approved? That remains to be seen. Thank you for watching.